Hi folks, Jobin here. Got another knife review for you. This is the Gerber Paraframe 2. This knife comes in several different sizes. This is the one with the approximately 3-inch blade. I think it's the medium size. Now, this knife, well, Gerber in general, and this knife in particular, does not get a lot of love from the knife community. In fact, I saw a thread on Blade Forums a little while ago where somebody posted saying he really liked his Gerber Paraframes, and a few people posted saying they were crap, and one person said he bought one and he hated it so much he literally threw it away. I really don't get that. I mean, I've had this one for quite a while. Maybe quality's gone down in recent years. I don't know. But for me, this was my first good knife, you might say. Well, at least the first one I bought for myself. For years, I carried a Swiss Army knife. Still do, frequently. And when I was a kid, I bought a number of cheap knives. I couldn't afford anything good, and I didn't know what was good. And they all fell by the wayside eventually. And one of my buddies got a Paraframe 1, I think. The one that's one size above this. And I handled it, and I noticed how much better the lockup and quality seemed than the crap dollar store knives I'd been carrying for a while. And so I went out and bought one. And for a couple years, this was my EDC knife, and I mean literally every day. And the reason I'm making this review is because I have a lot of knives which I think are better than this, that pretty much everybody who is into knives would say are better than this, but this one has held up. It is a good, solid EDC knife. You know, I've carried this one enough that the coating's wearing through, getting kind of shiny at the high wear spots, even on the handle, from rubbing on the pocket and stuff like that. And this knife flips open butter smooth, and the lockup is rock solid. Well, almost rock solid. This is a lightweight knife. I'll get back to that in a second. Let me just get this out of the way before I forget. This is 2.68 ounces on my scale, and you know, compared to Super Tinker, 2.99. And a little size comparison against the Super Tinker and the Azula, my two sort of reference EDC knives. So this is it's a pretty lightweight knife, obviously designed to be lightweight with the heavily skeletonized handle. And with that does come a little bit of flex. I say the lockup is solid because there is no play and there is absolutely no sign of the lock bar shifting. But if you were to really test this really hard, you can actually get the frame to flex if you really push down hard on it. But, you know, I would say that would be super hard, borderline abusive use that would be required to break this. This is an EDC knife, it's not a folding tactical or a sharpened pry bar. And so basically my main point of this video is there's a lot of knife snobs out there, and I am one of them now to a certain extent. But for under 20 bucks, even from a company with a sort of mediocre rep in the community, you can find good EDC knives that will serve you for years without fail. I don't carry this knife much anymore, but I've probably been driving you all nuts, flipping it open and shut and stuff. I still find myself playing with it occasionally, because I like the ergonomics. I carried it for a long time, I'm very used to it, and I find myself like twirling it through my fingers and stuff occasionally. I think the ergonomics are nice. The little relieved spot here that makes the lock bar flex inward to lock actually fits my middle finger very nicely. If I want to open the knife with my thumb, just kind of nestles in there. Right hand index finger kind of goes into that cutout. Very nice opening. And this is a fairly short handle, so pinky doesn't have a whole lot to do, but again, using the cutout, you can kind of get it in there if you're doing some cutting. So there we go. I don't want to drone on for too long, but this was my first quote-unquote good knife. Later I learned that I should think it's horrible, but it really isn't. Gerber Paraframe, better than knife snobs say. You guys have a good day now, okay? Bye-bye.